Hello and welcome to Pushing Back, Ukraine Daily Brief. As the war enters its 1017th day, these are the main developments from the past 24 hours. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Russia has lost approximately 750,610 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of the war. The number, which has not been independently verified, includes 1,660 casualties over the past day. According to the released Ukrainian figures, Russia lost 8 tanks, 46 armored combat vehicles, 20 artillery systems, 46 drones, 2 cruise missiles, 56 pieces of special equipment and 3 vehicles. The Russians launched 170 combat clashes and carried out 2 missile strikes. They also 599 kamikaze drones and carried out 3,200 attacks on the positions of Ukrainian troops and settlements using various types of weapons. In its latest intelligence update, the Institute for the Study of War. The Kremlin is continuing to suffer significant manpower losses to make tactical advances in western Donetsk Oblast at the expense of Russia's ongoing war effort and the medium-term viability of the Russian economy. Russia's constrained labor pool is likely unable to sustain this increased casualty rate in the medium term, and continued Western military support for Ukraine remains vital to Ukraine's ability to inflict losses at this rate. Russian Chief of the General Staff Army General Valery Gerasimov undermined the Kremlin's information operation to portray Russia's November 21 Oreshnik ballistic missile strike against Ukraine as a defensive response to the US, permitting Ukraine to conduct strikes in Russia with US-provided ATACMS missiles. Russian-North Korean military cooperation will likely continue to intensify in the coming months following the formal commencement of their comprehensive strategic partnership agreement on December 4. Chechen Republic head Ramzan Kadyrov continues to publicly position himself as a defender of migrants and Russian ethnic minorities in opposition to other senior Russian security officials, suggesting that senior Russian officials may be increasingly divided over Russian President Vladimir Putin's efforts to promote an inclusive Russian civic nationalism that ensures interethnic and interreligious harmony in Russia. Ukrainian forces recently advanced in Kursk and northern Kharkiv oblasts, and Russian forces advanced in the Toretsk, Kurakov, and Vuhledar directions. Russian forces are reportedly increasingly recruiting women for combat and logistics functions. In President Zelensky's nightly address, he spoke about 3 key areas. Firstly, sanctions and Georgia's political direction. Ukraine announced sanctions targeting Georgian figures accused of aligning the nation closer to Russia, calling for international partners to adopt similar measures. President Zelensky criticized Georgia's leadership for undermining its independence and serving Moscow's interests, emphasizing the need for global solidarity in upholding national sovereignty and rule of law. Secondly, support for Ukraine and volunteers honored. President Zelensky expressed gratitude to volunteers aiding Ukraine's defense, both domestically and internationally. He presented the Golden Heart Award to outstanding contributors in the volunteer community. Discussions with NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte focused on expediting military aid to strengthen Ukraine's front line and achieve peace. Lastly, reflection on the Budapest Memorandum. Marking 30 years since the Budapest Memorandum signing, Zelensky highlighted its failure to protect Ukraine, underscoring the importance of effective security guarantees. He stressed the need for tangible alliances, robust defense capabilities, and national unity to ensure long-term safety and sovereignty. Thanks for following today's updates. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We'll return tomorrow with the latest news on the ongoing conflict.